Okay, so I always say I'm not gonna do it, and then I do it, right? Dashing through the snow. It's another Christmas film, people. I really wasn't gonna bother with any more Christmas films, right? Wasn't going to, but just being in a bit of a one of them moods, you feel me? Where I man, I couldn't watch any heavy films. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna and just like I can't not it's not gonna work right now. So I thought, let me throw on something light. And like Luda was in it, Lil Ray. So I thought, I let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. So yeah, Dashing Through the Snow is the new film from Tim Story. It's written by Scott Rosenberg. The film is produced by John Jacobs and Will Packer. It's executive produced by Tim Story, Zach Unterman, Ross Fanger, Johanna Bayer, and associate produced by Shayla Cowan. Christopher Lennertz handles the music. Christopher Duskin, cinematography. David S. Clark and David Rene were on editing duties, while Lee Daniels Butler was on casting. Danielle Osborne, production design. Becca Hooper and Christina Rubin, art direction. Set decoration, we have Nicole LeBlanc and Lance Toten, while Salvador Perez Jr. was on costumes. So, the cast, as mentioned, right? So, Nick is played by Lil Rel Howery. Eddie Garrick is played by Ludacris. His wife, Allison, is played by Teyonah Parris, and his daughter, Charlotte, played by Madison Skye Validum. Right? Second Christmas film in a row from young Madison. We then have Conrad Half, played by Oscar Nuñez. There is Peter, played by Ravi Patel. Paul, played by Marcus Lewis. Mary, played by Mary Lynn Razgub. Mook, played by Michael H. Cole. Ginny, played by Katie Gerlach. Luther, played by Vince Pisani. Detective Bobby Carlotta, played by David Shea. We got the Tuckles. Sonia Truckle even, is played by Gina Brillion. Her husband, Marvin, is played by Sebastian Suzy. Their daughter, Kaylee, is played by Gabby Rosario. Their son, Diego, is played by Noah Aiden Hernandez. I thought there was another one, but maybe there was only two kids. I thought it was probably okay. There was two kids. We've got a younger version of Eddie as an 8-year-old, played by Dominic Kingston Bell. The mayor is played by Jennifer Sears. The reporter, Christina Back. Tommy Tom, played by Amar Nemo. Lucille is played by Zula Hene. Gerald, Kevin Connolly. Santa Brad, played by Josh Bowler. Zach, played by Hans Mario. Jack, played by Jason Turner. Yeah, I feel that's probably our main group of people. Brenda, played by Janora McDuffel, and Theo Garrick, played by Brad James, and the other Santa, played by Tawan Wheat. So yeah, that is that. Now the gist of the story: Eddie Garrick is a good-hearted man who has turned his back on Christmas due to a traumatic childhood experience. At the request of his wife, Allison Garrick, from whom he is separated, Eddie takes his 9-year-old daughter, Charlotte, to work with him on Christmas Eve, where they meet a mysterious man in a red suit named Nick. Eddie, who is a social worker, thinks the man is delusional and needs professional help, but when he evokes the wrath of a local politician, he and his daughter are taken on a magical adventure that just might restore his faith in Christmas. Yeah. That's the gist, people. And oh gosh, Tim's story. I want to like him, but I just haven't come across a film I enjoy yet. Now, I do hear The Blackening was good. Haven't seen it though, but I heard that's good. So I'm going to wait before I make up my final opinion. But everything so far, I don't know, man, just has not cut it. This film, you can say that some of the cinematography is nice, right? But the story just is a kind of all over the place. You know? I think that's the problem here. And look, you can have a kids film, right? You don't have to have swearing, you know what I mean, violence, anything like that. But kids aren't dumb. You know what I mean? Kids aren't dumb. So at least make a story that's kind of intelligent. Like there's a bit in here. We've got this flashback scene of a young Eddie, you know, where it all kind of Christmas goes wrongs for him. And there's a bit where like this pretend Santa has broken into the house. Now, Eddie's mum is pulling the dad off the intruder. Why? Right? That bit makes no sense. Like, you know, someone's broken into your house. So why would you be trying to protect the person that broke into your house? It's not like the dad is throwing killer shots. He's not got a gun. He's not got a knife. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The intruder is going to be fine, but call the police, right? Have him restrained until the police. But no, that's not. You're just like, this scene makes no sense. What are we doing? You know? And there's a lot of those. Like, he works with the local police department, right? So you know there's health and safety. So the bit at the beginning, climbing the tower, it's never gonna happen. Right? It's never gonna. This is the dumbest thing. Especially you got one person up there, so you're gonna send someone else up. Like structurally, would this thing hold 2 grown men? You come on, right? Just the insurance is not going to allow that to take place. It's insane. It's insane, you know? And it's just full of stuff like that, right? Just we don't understand why him and his wife are separated. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. And then just the way they're kind of talking to each other is very odd. The daughter is odd. There's like, everyone interacts as if they don't really know each other, which is bizarre. There's a bit in the film where Eddie's like, oh, I'm so happy because I'm here with you and my beautiful daughter Charlotte. And it's just like, why would you're not saying it like that, right? You'd be like, I'm here with my family, man. I love you both, right? But you're not going to be, I'm here with my daughter Charlotte. Like, how does that make sense? You're with your wife, you're with your daughter. You wouldn't have to say the name like that because they know who they are. It's just you guys. They know who they are. You're not like, huh? You know, he'd be like, I'm so glad to be here with my lovely wife, Allison. You'd be like, yo, are you touched, motherfucker? You know what I mean? That's like, what was that? And that's the film. There's these things that you're just scratching your head. Like the whole truckle thing. And that's some Deuce Machina bullshit. Right? They just appear out of nowhere. And it's just like, oh, we're Santa Hunter. Like, what is that? Right? It's just a component that makes no sense that you feel is just thrown out there to get the story out of a problem. Because it's weird, right? It's weird. You know, it's those spy films, thrillers, you know, just when everything can be solved if someone just says the thing. And that's this film, right? You've got Nick. Look, we all know who Nick is. Everyone knows who Nick is. But there's not just that, yo, this is the deal. And it's just all these silly games and everything like that that get played where just say the thing, right? It made no sense not just to say it. Just say it. Just say what it is, you know? The whole not the mayor, the whatever Oscar Nuñez's character is, right? The congressman guy. So he's in a random house because that's not his house. Hatching a plan. What? Like the it's all bizarre, right? That whole thing is bizarre. Oh, and you know, I just got all of my shenanigans listed here. Wait. Yeah. This story has more holes than a doily. That's the problem. That's the problem. As I said, kids aren't dumb, right? You make a story that's, you know, cursing free. Right? No blood, no crazy violence, right? It doesn't have to be Saw-like, but make the story intelligent, right? Don't talk down to kids because I feel this will only really work for a real young motherfucker, right? A 3-year-old, 4-year-old. I don't even know if 5, 6 are gonna dig this. It just, I feel 5 and 6-year-olds are probably watching higher level stuff. you know? And because the story's just like this, the acting can't really elevate anything. Because what have they got to play with? Right? So you can't really say the actors just, you know what I mean, phoned it in, because there was just nothing to work with. There's nothing to work with here. Boy, I guess, right? If you've got real young kids and, you know, you're busy, you're doing stuff, you're cooking, you can throw them in front of this and be fine that they're not gonna hear anything crazy, you know? But I'm saying real young kids. Anything older, I'm not sure they're gonna vibe, right? But it depends what you like. You know what I mean? Depends what you like. If you like the base level Christmas film, maybe, just maybe, Dashing Through the Snow works. But you do not expect a whole heap. Going like that, and you could be golden, right? Going with low expectations, and it might work. So yeah, Dashing Through the Snow is on Disney Plus.